If you've been paying close attention to the full driving beta, you'll notice that the rate of disengagements has been dropping quickly. A disengagement is when the driver steps in to stop the car from doing something that could be dangerous. The number of disengagements per million miles has been dropping dramatically at some point, and it looks like that trend will continue next year. The chance of an accident on FSD is less than that of the average human, and then significantly less than that of the average human lady. Ladies and gents, this is the moment that Tesla investors have been waiting for. Is it time for Tesla's full self-driving to shine? Elon Musk seems to think so. Version 12 started rolling out last night, and the excitement is palpable. Even better, early feedback says it was a huge success. For the first time, this isn't just from the normal beta testers. Tesla has chosen a chance method for the release. Many drivers say the cars are driving more smoothly and naturally, and it's amazing how well they handle unexpected situations. Today, we're going to talk more about robotics and AI to share our thoughts on this new development. But first, don't forget to like this video. Sign up for Tesla stock news too. Let's get started. Tesla's full self-driving software, Tesla V12 version 12, is making waves in the car world. This update brings a big speed boost, with users reporting smoother operation and better acceleration. It's a big step forward in making driving better generally. What makes V12 unique is that it can respond to different navigation situations. The system is very good at adapting to different situations, like going over speed bumps without any problems or easily approaching stop signs. This ability to change shows how dedicated Tesla is to improving self-driving car technology. However, early user feedback has mixed. Some users praise the system's progress, while others point out moments of hesitation, especially at green lights. In spite of these problems, this shows how hard it is to make self-driving technology perfect and how important it is to keep improving it. Tesla is moving forward with its plans to grow. To look to the future, V12 is going to be released in Canada and other places, which means that self-driving technology will be available to more people. This growth gives Tesla and its users a lot of hope for the future. Even though there have been some problems so far, people are excited about what V12 could do, and hopes are high for the FSD program as a whole for more improvements and refinements, making it possible for full liberty to be reached in the future. Tesla's V12 FSD rollout is a big step toward fully autonomous driving. There are still problems to solve, but the future looks bright, with V12 leading the way to safer, more efficient, and eventually fully autonomous driving. Now, let's break down the key points. Musk Scope comes first. Tesla Scope, a program that many Tesla owners use to keep an eye on updates, shows that the February 1st 12 version is being sent to workers in certain groups. The random distribution that includes both Hardware 3 and Hardware 4 versions is very interesting. This is different from how beta testing is usually done. What do you think about this? Before we get into that, it's important to note that Tesla has confirmed that the update will reach vehicles outside of California. This is a big step forward. This shows that Tesla has addressed initial worries, showing that they are confident in wider distribution. The fact that they're willing to give more people access is a good sign. Aside from trusted testers, the fact that it's reaching more people in different parts of the US is also encouraging. Initial feedback on version 12 seems to be mostly positive, which isn't a surprise given the switch from the Hurricane network architecture. It fixes many problems, but there are still some new failure modes that users will need time to fully understand. So while it's not a cure-all, it's a big step forward. Leap Forward version 12 seems to fix a lot of problems and do a better job of handling odd cases that older versions had trouble with. This is an exciting time for Tesla and people who are interested in autonomous driving. Elon Musk is upbeat and hints that this could be a turning point. A keen, not one response. Someone who keeps up with Tesla news thinks that there will be a breakthrough in the field of self-driving cars similar to the ChatGPT moment. The fact that Elon supports this point of view makes people even more excited about the release. At first, people had different reactions. Omar, who was one of the first people outside of Tesla to experience version on February 1st, 2012, was disappointed because he thought it was slow and hesitant compared to earlier versions. However, it's important to remember that early versions usually err on the side of caution. Rain could also be a user experience factor because it presents a unique challenge for the system. Adding random beta testers to the user base requires a more cautious approach to ensure safety. The aim is to find a middle ground between happy users and responsible release. A Tesla AI girl who received version January 2nd, 12 talks about her good experience, pointing out changes in speeding up and recognizing stop signs. This range of user views shows how hard it is to push updates to different versions at the moment. Let's look at some rare situations. The fact that Arthur was able to do U-turns with version 12 shows how well the system can learn dangerous learning skills. Jaina Test, the AI developer, says that this feature wasn't directly programmed but came about because the AI understood how people drive. This self-learning feature makes adding new features easier and improves the safety of the whole system. The AI car for another user describes how well version 12 handled a big dip in the road, a situation that had been hard for the Arthur system in the past. This flexible answer to real-world problems is a big deal. Jump moving forward Omar's experience with version 12 as it carefully navigated leaving his compound shows how far the system has come. In essence, version 12 is a paradigm shift in autonomous driving using AI to handle complex driving situations. These real-world demonstrations show how flexible and always improving the system is, paving the way for safer and more efficient driving experiences in the future. Arthur from X talks about his first thoughts on it, praising how well it handles and how much better it works than past versions. Arthur is pleased with what version 12 can do. It handles speed bumps perfectly and speeds up on the freeway better, even though there was a small problem at a stop sign. Watching Arthur's drive, we noticed the seamless acceleration and smooth operation, especially in California's Sacramento area. However, there's a big change using the scroll wheel to turn off the nag no longer works, which is a big disappointment for many users. As Arthur negotiates a three-way stop sign, we see cautious behavior, possibly too cautiously so, as the system waits longer than expected. This increased caution while safety focused. Might be frustrating for some users used to quicker Francis responses. Moving on to user feedback, Francis talks about his good experiences with version 12, focusing on smooth operation and better acceleration. Also praised the system's flexibility, especially in construction zones where it smoothly changes speed when there are bumps. Another user, P-Trains FS, gets mixed feedback from a follower who did not want to be named. The follower says that while there are some changes, the system still fails sometimes, though not as often as in earlier versions. Pete brought up the wife test as an important example of how important it is to get support from less experienced users. This shows how important it is to build trust in all users, not just experienced testers. Version 12's main strength is that it can copy human driving behavior by learning from real-life situations. However, there are still things that could be done to make it better. It's clear that the system's progress points to a better and more user-friendly future for self-driving cars. This time, a different person shares their first drive with version February 1st, 12. There are some improvements like smoother operation and better acceleration, but there's also a hint of hesitation in some situations like at green lights. Let's watch the video to see how it works in real life. During the drive, we notice a cautious approach, which could be because it's raining. The car wipers now have nerve components built in. In spite of these small problems, nets don't seem to work as well, which makes things harder when it rains. Early feedback from users shows that they are generally happy with version 12. Many users are impressed with how smoothly it works and how well it handles edge cases like speed bumps and stop signs. According to user feedback, there are some instances of hesitancy, especially at green lights, that need to be fixed. Despite these issues, users are still optimistic about the potential of V12 in the larger FSD program. They like how flexible the system is and how well it can handle different driving situations. This goes beyond the initial rollout and shows that Tesla is committed to improving autonomous driving technology. Tesla is working hard to make V12 more widely available. The news that FSD will be available in Canada and beyond is a big step forward for democracy in autonomous driving technology. This expansion will give more users access to the latest improvements in FSD, which will speed up its adoption even more. As users continue to give feedback and Tesla improves the software, high hopes are raised for the future of autonomous driving with each update. As FSD gets closer to release, V12 is getting closer to gaining full autonomy, which will make driving safer and more efficient for all Tesla owners. Rohan Patel's answer gives us at progress toward making FSD available outside of the US market. There are a few important things to keep an eye on. First, the speed at which updates are released will show how well the system is being improved. Second, the number of beta testers will grow. And third, the system's ability to adapt to different driving conditions will be shown by its geographical availability. Environments for the end. Lastly, the concept of the ChatGPT moment is intriguing. This refers to a significant increase in the user base experiencing FSD, potentially facilitated by a free trial or reduced subscription costs. Such a milestone would signal confidence in the system's safety and could pave the way for widespread adoption. While it's still early days for version 12, initial impressions are promising. As updates continue and availability expands, we'll closely monitor its evolution toward achieving full autonomy. Thanks for joining us for this insightful journey into Tesla's FSD V12. Rollout from initial reactions to exciting updates, it's clear that the future of autonomous driving is here now. Before we wrap up, let's quickly recap. Version 12 has garnered mixed reactions, with users praising its smoothness while noting instances of hesitation. Expansion into Canada and beyond signals promising growth for Tesla's FSD program, but what lies ahead? Will the ChatGPT moment usher in a new era of widespread FSD adoption? And how will Tesla overcome compute constraints to achieve full autonomy by year's end? We want to hear from you. Leave your ideas in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. For more Tesla news, subscribe to Tesla Stock News. Until next time, stay tuned and drive safely.